actually don't think it's that bad of a song. I just don't really connect with the lyrics that much. I feel like the chorus is a little bit weak, and the song just doesn't really do it for me, to be honest. And so I'm going to give Sean's song, My Body, a 6 out of 10. And with that, we are going to move on to my number 10 spot. Maybe I had high expectations for this song because I really did like Isaiah Firebrace. I thought he did a fantastic job in 2017, but this song just doesn't have quite the same effect for me. I'm not really sure what it is. I kind of like the R&B 2000s vibe that it's giving, but the song just doesn't really take me anywhere, and it just isn't my favorite. However, I do like the song, like it's something I would listen to if I was just relaxing or something, but for me, as someone who wants to see Australia do well in Eurovision also, I don't know if this song is my cup of tea, so right now I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It still has time to grow on me, but the song doesn't really move me that much, and that doesn't mean it's a bad song, that just means I prefer some of the songs on this list just a little bit better. So with that, we're going to move on to my number 9 spot, and that is... This is another song that I thought would be a bit higher on my list, but after a few re-listens, the song just has kind of grown off me. Again, that doesn't mean the song is bad, that doesn't mean Paulini isn't a fantastic singer, that doesn't mean that her vocals aren't on point. It's just that the song itself and the lyrics of the song I don't connect with that much, and I just find to be a little bit generic. I feel like a song like We Are One, I've heard dozens of times before, and again, that's not really to fault Paulini. She's a great artist. This is objectively a good song, but it just doesn't connect with me as much as some of the others. And like some of the other songs that were behind this, it doesn't really take me anywhere that interesting, to be honest, and so for that I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10, but still not a bad song by any means. I still find some enjoyment in listening to it. I just think some of the songs on this list click with me a little bit more. So moving on from there, we have in my number 8 spot, Jude York with I Won't Need to Dream. Now this was a pretty impressive song, to be honest. This is a very nice and very artistic kind of song. I think it has a very stylistic aspect to it, and while I might understand why some might call this song boring or uninteresting, I think it is a beautiful song. It just isn't one of my favorites, partially because I like slow songs, but I feel like this song is a little bit slow for me, and maybe I was just in the mood for something a bit more upbeat. But overall, like, I understand that objectively this is a very good song with great artistic talent, and I also love the animation that goes with it. Like, this little video is really cute, really interesting. I like the song overall, just isn't one of my favorites. It kind of just is a bit average for me, so I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. With that, we're gonna move on to my number 7 spot on this list, which is another song that I really did like. This national selection is really strong, so even songs that I really like might not be in my top 5 here. So this song is Dreamer by Voyager, and I like this song a lot. It's a lot of fun to listen to. The only thing is just that the lyrical content doesn't really do it for me that much. This song is a bit repetitive with the lyrics, and I get that might actually be the point of the song. Like, it might actually just be going for some minimalist angle here. Like, I'm not gonna fault it too much for that, but because of that, it makes me like the song just a bit less than some of the others. And the song is very fun, it has really good vibes, but I also do feel like I have heard something like this before, which is a problem that I think a lot of songs do kind of have. Just because it's rock doesn't mean it's the same as like Blind Channel or Måneskin, but I feel like something more could have been done with this song. Maybe that comes down to the lyrics or something else. So overall, while I really like this song, I feel like there's just a little something missing from it, and I feel like it could just pack a little bit more punch for me. But overall, really great song. I'm gonna give this one another 8 out of 10. I really like it, but I still have some critiques for it that I hope that the song, if it does go to Eurovision, might fix with a revamp or something. So with that, we're going to move on to my number 6 spot on this list, and this is another really great song that I wish I could have put higher, but again, I like some of the other songs more. And at my number 6, we have the song To the Bottom by Erica Padilla. Now this song is really good, and I get that this song might be a little bit cliche, and I know that's a common criticism I have for a lot of songs, but I feel like Erica kind of makes this her own. Kind of like in the way that Chanel makes her masterpiece something that is not Fuego 2.0, and I really like this song too because it is very relatable, and not only are her vocals beautiful, but the lyrics are great too. I really relate to her and what she's talking about because I think we've all been in situations or in points in our life that we're not proud of and that we kind of have had to work really hard to get out of also, and I think that's kind of what she's talking about in this song. And yeah, I just like the lyrics, I connect with the song, and I just love what she's delivering. So really fantastic work that she's done here. I just don't like it as much as some of the others, maybe because I feel like I might have heard something like it before, but again, I love this song. Like, I feel like none of the songs this year for Australia are bad at all. Like, this really is one of the best national finals, to be honest. So moving on, we're going to get to my number 5 spot, which is the song Electricity by Andrew Lambrou. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. This song is really great. Like, this song has a great upbeat tempo, the lyrics are really interesting, and I really like the part where he switches into Spanish because that caught me off guard, and I did not expect that from Australia. Like, that was really nice to hear, and I mean, I love the Spanish language, and so when he switched to Spanish, I was like, okay, this song just got like 10 times better. I really hope that there's good staging for this song because I feel like songs like this might have some difficulties with staging, like especially when there's a lot lot of electric sounds and things like that, and not as many vocals that could pose some difficulties with staging. But if the staging goes well, I feel like this does have really good potential, and I like the use of English and Spanish, as well as just the sound of this song. Like, it's really addictive to listen to, and I have played it a couple times over just because it is a pretty addictive song, to be honest. So overall, I really like this song, but again, I like some of the other songs on this list a bit more, and I do have some concerns about how this might be staged. But if they can pull it off, this can be a 10 out of 10. But for now, I'm going to give this song, which I love, an 8.5 out of 10. Moving on, in my fourth place, we have a song that I did not expect to like as much as I did, and that is G Nation with their song Bite Me. When I first heard the snippet, I was like, oh no, this is just going to be like some sort of cringe type of thing, but then I heard it and I loved it. You know what, this song reminds me a lot of K-pop. Maybe I'm just saying that because I've heard a bit too much K-pop lately, but the song sounds like something I could hear from a K-pop band, and I like that a lot. Like, I also just think this song in itself is really fun. I'm sure that G Nation is going to deliver on stage. I also get similar vibes to Hurricane, you know, Serbia's band from 2020 and 2021, who I absolutely loved. So I have some pretty high hopes for this song, and if they can pull it off live and pull it off on stage, this can definitely be one of the best and really good contender for Eurovision. I'm not sure if it would win Eurovision like some of the other songs that I feel like could, which are coming up soon, but this is a really good song, and I can see a lot of potential with this, not only with staging but with vocals, and I think that this can also have a lot of international appeal too. So overall, really great song. Again, did not expect to like it as much as I did, and I'm going to give this song a 9 out of 10. Moving on to my top 3, these are 3 songs that I could definitely see doing really well in Eurovision. I don't want to say they would be guaranteed top 10, but like, let's be honest, some of them would almost be guaranteed top 10. Australia is really bringing it this year, so in my third place we have Jaguar Jonze with the song Little Fires, and this song was the first of the selection to give me chills. I loved the lyrical content, I loved the music video, I loved her vocals at the end, I loved the harmonies at the end. Everything about this is just powerful, and everything about it just really just is moving to me, and her voice and the sound effects and just everything. Like, there came a point where I just felt this song, and I wasn't listening to it anymore, I was just feeling the emotions of the song, and that's something that's very rare. And I think that's something that I also felt with the top 2 songs on this list, which I like just a little bit more than this one. But yeah, Jaguar did a fantastic job with this song. I really love almost everything about it, but I just like the top 2 songs on this list just a little bit more. So I'm going to give Jaguar a 9 out of 10, and with that we're going to move on to my top 2, which are very close together, to be honest. Just one edges out slightly above the other, just mostly because I relate to the number 1 just a bit more than my number 2. But in my number 2 spot is Charlie with her song I Suck at Being Lonely, and I love this song. I remember hearing it, I think it released earlier this month or maybe last month, and I remember the first time I heard it, I just was totally moved by the song. The way it builds at the end especially is something that is really unique, and something that just really pulled me in. So overall, fantastic song. For my top 2 songs, for this song and my number 1, if a time traveler visited me today, came from the future and said, hey, this song won Eurovision 2022, I wouldn't even bat an eye. I would be like, you know what, yeah, I can totally see this winning Eurovision 2022. Like, that would not be at all weird for me to hear. Charlie does a fantastic job, and if she can pull off her vocals live, then yes, this can be a contender for the winner of ESC 2022, let alone Australia Decides. So I love this song a lot. I think it's really emotional. I get that breakup songs and songs about loneliness and being sad or whatever, like, they're a bit overdone at this point, but Charlie, like I said about Erica, takes something that's a bit cliche and really makes it her own. And this song is just evidence of how you can do that. Charlie's song is very relatable, really moving, and just a really beautiful composition, and I think that she can do fantastically well in Eurovision if Australia sends this song. Now, while I love this song immensely, and I give it a 9.5 out of 10, there is one song that I like just a little bit more than this one, and that is Sheldon Riley's Not the Same. Now, this song really surprised me because when I first heard it, I kind of had the idea that, oh, you know, Charlie has it in the bag. There's nothing that's going to top Charlie, like, that just isn't going to happen. And then I heard this song and was blown away. Now, not only is this song super relatable, I feel like a lot of people can relate to this message about just being different and not really fitting in with society, but Sheldon's lyrics, Sheldon's vocals, and just all around the atmosphere of the song is incredible. I kind of get similar vibes to Arcade. I remember listening to this song, especially the last couple parts of the song, last minute or so. I was just kind of like imagining this on the Eurovision stage. I was imagining Sheldon with a piano, hitting those notes, wowing the audience, getting 12 points from a ton of countries, and potentially even winning the contest. This song is phenomenal, and just like Charlie, if you told me that either of these songs won this year, if you're a time traveler and you came back from the future, I would say, you know what? Yeah, I can see that happening. That would not even surprise me. I would be like, yep, Sheldon, Charlie, both incredible, both really talented, and both potential winners for ESC this year, in my opinion. So love Sheldon, I think he's done fantastic work here, and I really want to see this live. If he pulls this off live, then yes, we might indeed have a winner on our hands, but that remains to be seen. So right now I'm going to give this song a 9.5 out of 10. Definitely one of my favorites. Charlie and Sheldon are almost tied for me for number 1. Sheldon edges out just a little bit more, just because I relate to it more, and I can really envision it on the Eurovision stage. But with that, we are going to wrap up this list. I love Australia Decides this year. I think they've done a fantastic job with their national selection. This is one of the best national selections we've gotten by far this year. Even though I love all the national selections, this one is phenomenal, and we have such good songs. We have 2 songs that I can see winning Eurovision. Like, I cannot rant enough about how much I love this selection and how optimistic I am for Australia's chances at qualifying and making top 10 this year. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching. I want to know what you think about Australia Decides, and please like and subscribe to stay tuned for more videos like this. See you all next time. Peace.